Hey guys, this is Lim from Lim Reviews, and today I am back with another interesting smartphone from Vivo. This is a new lineup from Vivo, and the company calls their latest flagship smartphone the iQoo, which is pronounced as iQoo. In Chinese, I basically represents love and cool represents cool, so it seems to me that Vivo is targeting this device at people who love to be cool. And if that's you, let's find out if this device is for you. Oh, and yes, sitting right in front is my good supporter Woody, who's telling you to follow me on social media. Yes, you can find me on Instagram at Lim Reviews, where I will be sharing more photos shot on the Vivo iQoo. So if you're feeling kind today, head over there and follow me right away. Alright, so first off, let's begin with the unboxing of the Vivo iQoo. The box itself looks rather interesting from the outside and is definitely pretty cool to begin with. Once you open the box, what you'll see right away is the Vivo iQoo. If you tilt the lid, you'll see this monster inside writing, so Vivo surely knows how to get you excited. Moving on, you then get what you get with pretty much any standard Chinese smartphone these days, and that is a silicone case, a charging brick, and a Type-C cable. So since my variant is the lowest 6GB RAM version, it did not come with the 44-watt quick charger that is supposed to be seriously quick. I hear it charges your Vivo iQoo from 0 to 50 in 15 minutes and completes the full charge in just 45 minutes. That alone is enough for you to consider getting the 8GB RAM version, but since I fund all my phones by myself, I'll just have to settle with the 6GB RAM version. Before we move on to the first impressions, let's talk about the specs. There is a lot of numbers to be mentioned here, so follow me closely. Processor-wise, we've got the Snapdragon 855. RAM, 6GB. Memory, 128GB that is not expandable. Display, 6.41-inch AMOLED display. Selfie camera, 12 megapixels. So moving on to the back, we see 3 cameras here. At the top, we have the 13 megapixel wide camera, followed by the 12 megapixel main camera and the 2 megapixel depth sensor. We also have a 4000 mAh battery in here, and the device is running Android 9.0 right out of the box. So there you have it, the specifications for the Vivo iQoo. Alright guys, so now that we've got the specs out of the way, let me talk about my first impressions with the Vivo iQoo. So first and foremost, let's talk about design and build quality. In terms of design, as with most phones these days, the Vivo iQoo comes with a teardrop notch at the front and a tiny chin. Bezels on the sides are not too thick either. I wouldn't say there's anything spectacular about the front, but if you turn the device to the sides and back, here is where you might find the Vivo iQoo rather interesting. So the model that I got is the orange variant, and as you can see on the sides, there are these orange metallic strips. On the left, you see the AI button, similar to Samsung's Bixby, and on the right, you will find your volume rocker, power button, and 2 pressure-sensitive buttons that you can use to get that controller-ish gaming experience. Flip it to the back and you'll see a rather different design from the standard smartphone these days, whereby it houses an LED strip that actually changes colors according to different application. It also works as an LED notification, so you might find this pretty cool. So overall, design-wise, I can't say that I love it, but I don't hate it either. It's really down to your personal preference on whether you like or hate the design of the Vivo iQoo. So build quality-wise, the Vivo iQoo definitely feels a bit hefty in hand, but this gives you a sense that it is a solid build device. I can't really tell if the back is made of glass or plastic, but it could be glass because there is a pre-installed screen protector on the back. The front panel is also pre-installed with a screen protector, and overall, the phone seems to be built pretty well, and I have no complaints about the build quality here. In terms of performance, first, let me share with you the benchmark scores that I got from testing the Vivo iQoo. Here, you can see that the Vivo iQoo scored a very impressive 358K, and that puts it right at the top of the ranking list. Well, since it's running the latest Snapdragon 855, this kind of performance is to be expected. Having said so, benchmark scores are just for reference, so let's talk about real-world experience. Using this device so far has been a real breeze. It is really smooth, and the last time I actually felt such a smooth and quick device was when I tried out the OnePlus 6T, and that is saying a lot. Launching apps and navigating through the device is really fluid on the Vivo iQoo. And this is just a first impression. I will definitely continue to put the Vivo iQoo through its paces and report back on this. Since we're talking a little bit about gaming, let me share my gaming experience with you. As always, you might already know that I'm a mobile gamer who spends about 1 to 2 hours gaming each day, so gaming is very important to me. Well, after playing my favorite Chinese equivalent of Mobile Legends and PUBG, I can say for sure that this device is built to give you the best performance in gaming. However, I'm not really a fan of these pressure-sensitive buttons at the top because it is located too far in on the device, and using it requires me to put my hands in an awkward position, and I ended up just using the on-screen buttons. One thing to note is that Vivo claims it uses some kind of vapor cooling to cool the device, So I don't know if that is really helping, but after gaming for 1 hour, I must say that the device really felt cooler than what I would usually feel on other smartphones. So in terms of my first impressions for performance, I must say that I'm really impressed here. Next, let's talk about the camera on the Vivo iQoo. As I've just got the device, I haven't had the chance to take a lot of photos. However, I've had the chance to take a couple of night shots, so check them out. I must say that I'm pretty happy with the shots taken with the night mode on the Vivo iQoo, as it gives a really nice balanced night image. I will definitely be doing more camera tests with the main camera and wide-angle lens, and will share these samples on my Instagram at @limreviews. So far, it is looking pretty good here for the camera on the Vivo iQoo, and I'm happy with it. Moving on, let's talk about the battery on the Vivo iQoo. I'm pretty impressed with the battery life that I'm getting so far. I've only charged this device once and have been using it for a day now, and it still has about 50% remaining. Granted, I only played a couple of games, did some YouTube, took some pictures and videos, listened to music. Oh wait, that's quite a lot. Well, battery seems to be holding up pretty well now, and I will continue to test it out. Charging on the provided charger is not very quick, as it is only a standard charger, but I will update you on the time it gets to charge up the Vivo iQoo. For now, yes, I'm very happy with the battery performance that I'm getting here. Alright guys, last but not least, let's talk about the LED strip on the back of the Vivo iQoo. This lights up when you have notifications, when you're in a call, when you have your phone charging, or when you listen to your music. So the LED actually changes according to the rhythm of the music, and that's pretty cool. However, it seems to only work with local Chinese music apps for now and not Spotify, so I hope Vivo fixes that in the software update or so. I also want to bring up the in-display fingerprint sensor very quickly. Compared to previous smartphones I've tried with in-display fingerprint sensors, the one on the Vivo iQoo seems to work rather well, so this is definitely good news for sure. Alright guys, this is it. That's my initial impressions with the Vivo iQoo, and so far everything has been pretty positive with this device. The performance, display, camera and LED strips so far are all great during my one-day use with the Vivo iQoo. One thing I dislike, which I did not mention earlier, is the single firing speaker of the Vivo iQoo. It is a little on the thinnish side of things, so it kinda spoils the gaming or video watching experience if you do not have earphones plugged in. Having said so, Vivo is pitching the iQoo against Xiaomi's Mi9, and so far, I think it's putting up a pretty good fight. I'll continue to test this device, but do let me know if you have any questions you'd like to ask in the comment sections below. If you love this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really helps a lot. So this is Lim with Lim Reviews, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!